I can tell you with absolute certainty, the business that you're in, the vertical, regulated data, the number of computers, the number of employees have no statistical bearing whatsoever to cyber risk. What we found is the Notorious 9 apply to pretty much every business under 500 million, regardless of their business model. 3 of these items will be crippling. 1 will take a business out. Which one? I don't know. It depends on your business.
The research project that uncovered the Notorious 9 was born from a meeting with some Vistage master chairs wrestling with a critical cybersecurity question. The Vistage chairs were seeking guidance on how much their members should spend on cybersecurity and what the highest impact areas of investment were to reduce risk and minimize financial loss. The government and large corporations have an arsenal of frameworks and technologies at their disposal, but these are utterly impractical for small and mid-market companies. So a research team was assembled, including master's candidates from the University of Minnesota's Technology Leadership Institute. The High Ground-led team analyzed over 1,700 risk factors, dug deep into the FBI cybercrime statistics, cross-referenced the Ponemon Institute data on cyber insurance losses, and reviewed the Verizon breach report on the source of breaches and major cyber incidents. What we discovered shocked everyone on the team. The primary drivers for cyber risk were embedded in the organizational strategy and business model, not the technology utilized. The 9 primary drivers were nicknamed the Notorious 9, after the team started to catalog the market losses to each of the risks. Quantifying the sources of cyber risk and potential financial loss gave us a crucial piece of the puzzle, but not the complete answer. We needed to answer the core question regarding investment frameworks to minimize the risk and defend against the loss. A triangulation approach emerged from 3 popular approaches in the market. The first approach was benchmarking using major data brokers like Statista, Gartner Group, Forrester Group, etc. Benchmarking has the benefit of a larger sample size and the ability to segment the data by industry and organization size. Unfortunately, knowing what others are spending does not provide context for what assets need to be protected or the exposure to casualty risk. The second approach was to size the defensive investment based on the overall value of the asset base at risk. The Society of Actuaries and ISACA provide excellent guidance, including the minimum investment levels to provide basic fiduciary protections. The holder of a database worth $10 billion might spend the same percentage of the value of the assets as the owner of a database worth $1 million, but the nominal numbers will look very different. The third approach was to size the defensive investment in the context of likely losses in a casualty event. The University of Maryland produced excellent research that showed that anything over 37% of the anticipated cost of a major cyber incident was effectively dead money. The use of all 3 of these techniques in a triangulation methodology provides an excellent range that can frame the investment question, and the Notorious 9 provides business model specific guidance on where to focus. The following is an example of one of the 9 risk areas we will be discussing in the workshop. Money in motion.
So when we talk about money in motion, the thought experiment I do with CFOs all the time is how many wire transfers do you do and what's the average value of the wire transfer? How many ACH payments? How many payroll payments? What would happen, just take down, you pay twice a month, bi-monthly type of standard payroll thing. What's your average payroll cycle worth? It was roughly 400 grand. Could you lose one and continue to operate? Probably not. Could you lose 2 and she's like, we're done, we're out of business. I can't lose $800,000. They had no insurance to cover this from a business disruption standpoint, and they had a single set of credentials with a single logon with a single HR professional could generate a payroll event. Talk about a soft target. That person goes on vacation, they get spoofed, somebody keylogs them, they compromise their credentials, they can go into ADP and generate a payroll event, and they're off to the races.
Why should your senior leadership team invest the time into a Notorious 9 workshop? First, this workshop brings the entire leadership team together to look at areas that the IT team has little experience or exposure with. Take the example of the money in motion risk we just talked about. How many IT teams know the ins and outs of ACH, wire transfers, and payroll operations? Second, most IT spending is focused on protecting systems, not mitigating business process risks. Quantifying your cyber risk in business model terms helps to concentrate investment into business processes and key data instead of systems. Finally, your team will leave this workshop with a clear understanding of the linkage between cyber risk and your strategy and business model. They can use this knowledge to make better decisions every day to maximize risk-aware growth and profitability.